What's up guys, it's Chase Masson, Roxspeedfx team rider here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you what bar setup I run from Roxspeedfx and how to install it. Let's get into it. First, let's go over the parts that I'm running from Roxspeedfx this year. First off, I got the riser. It's the 2.25 inch riser. It has a 7/8 clamp for the T-post on Ski-Doos and Arcticats. Roxspeedfx also offers the T-post adapter on their website for the Polaris or whatever other setup that you might have. You can buy that on their website, roxspeedfx.com. The next product I'll be running from them this year is their M28 bar. It's 28.5 inches wide. It has a clamp size of 1.125 inches with a 2-inch rise, 12% sweep, and a 5% lift on the handlebar. Has really nice holds for your pinky so that your hand doesn't slip, which is a 45-degree on the ends of the bars. I'll also be running their grips as well. First look on the grips after I put them on is way grippier than my setup that I had last year. They went onto the handlebars super easy with the cork and the handlebar heaters on there, so that was super nice, not having to struggle. I'll also be running their bar pad, super nice sleek design on their bar pads there with just a simple nice little logo on the front. I think the whole setup came out really good. I'm definitely excited to be running their handlebars this season along with their tunnel grips. So let's start with the first step here. We're going to start mounting the handlebars to the risers, and then we will mount the risers and the handlebars to the T-post. These risers are a 6mm Allen on the top and a 1/2-inch wrench on the bottom. And yeah, let's get to it. The spacers that come in the riser are just for the smaller size bar. This one has the 1.125 inch, so that is the biggest size, so you do not need the spacers. So we got one side on here. We got this side on, just letting it hang down here. Put the other side on, slip it on to the right width, and then you can kind of pull them up and start tightening it up. Looking pretty good already though. I was down at Heydays. I went down to the Roxspeedfx booth there and just had a chat with Ryan and Isaac, I think it was, that I was chatting with there, and just told them what I wanted to do this season, what I'm all about, and they said, yeah, let's go ahead and get you some handlebars and get you set up so we can get our handlebars up here in Canada. They're from Minnesota, so from the States there. They're actually decently close to where Heydays was at, which, if you don't know where Heydays is, it's in North Branch, Minnesota, right outside of Minneapolis, like 40 minutes. That was sure one heck of an experience to go to and see all that, and yeah, I'm super excited to be, having a handlebar sponsorship for this season and see what these handlebars are about and everything like that. They definitely look like they're super strong, and they're going to mount up pretty well, and the process of mounting them up is going easy already, so that's good. It's not like they're hard to put on. Super simple, super easy to install. That's what you want. You don't want to be fighting your handlebars trying to install them, especially when you have to take handlebars off. You don't want to be the ones that you're putting on are harder to put on than stocks. So you want to have them in the middle here of your things. You don't want them way on the outside or anything like that. Looks like we got a pretty even gap already, and like I was saying, you want to hand tighten these like evenly, switching back and forth all the time so that you're not tightening one side way more than the other. And then you can kind of spin them up and then try to keep your gaps the same. Spin them up like that. It's looking like we got a pretty decent rise, but I'll put this phone down and tighten these bottom bolts up, and then we will turn the handlebars the other way. So now that we got the risers in line, roughly, not tightened down yet, you always want to just do your rough fit first. we're gonna go and line up the edges of the riser, or edges of the lines on your handlebar to the edge of the risers there. I'm just gonna roughly tighten that down. Those are looking really good. One thing you're going to want to make sure you do when you're doing aftermarket handlebars like this is making sure that they're in line with your steering post, so that your riser isn't like this on your steering post or isn't like this from your steering post. You want to make sure it's all a straight line on the same angle that your steering post is, which right now mine's doing a pretty good job of that. I think it just needs to be tilted up just a touch. So we'll just go ahead and just thinking right there. Kind of step back, make sure it looks in a straight line. Kind of just eyeball that. Looks pretty good to me. Kind of get the first stand on. Oh yeah, that's feeling really good. Obviously no grips on yet, but that's just a rough estimate. I like to set my bars up at a +1, so rolling them forward 1 degree and making sure that my steering post is in line with my risers. So now, since I got all that done, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten these bolts up. Now we got the bars all mounted up, looking frickin' fresh. Nice little Roxspeedfx logo on there. And I got the 2.25 risers. That's a total of 4 inches of rise, about. Now that the bottom's perfectly tight, we got good gaps both sides, they're in the middle. We're gonna put these bars in the middle of the riser and roll them up 1 degree and then tighten those down. It's good that these are hard to move, because you know they're not gonna move on you when you're riding, at least. That feels pretty good there. We'll tighten that down. You can always change that later if you don't like it, once everything's on the handlebars. But for now, that's what I'm going with. Hopefully I remember, which I will, because I will be editing this footage later, to go ahead and actually just tighten these fully. For now, I'm just gonna snug them up and we'll start installing all the controls. Now we're gonna get on to putting the corks on here. So I got the cork, and then I already wired in the new hand grip heaters. The old bars I had on, I just left them on because it is kind of a pain to reuse these. You can, I did last year, but they lasted a full season, 3,000 km on this sled 1 year. So I figured it's time to put a fresh set of grip heaters on, just in case it's a little bit of a chilly winter. But I shouldn't have any problems with cold fingers going up the trail this year, because Roxspeedfx actually has these gauntlet hand guards or hand warmers, whatever you want to call them. They actually clip right over the bars here, and they're just like a big mitt that you put your hand into and keeps the wind off your hand. So instead of having hand guards on there permanently, which they do offer them as well. So these are the gauntlet hand guards. They are a poofy material, fold up really nice into your bag and keep the wind off your hands. Very insulated, so just figured it'd be easier to show you how to take them off rather than trying to put them on with one hand. But it's just an easy Velcro system here that goes all the way around. See, like that. So you kind of just Velcro it around the handlebars. It also has Velcro that closes up the gap, so you can split that open to get them on the handlebars easier. So now I'll just take them off. Go on super easy. So yeah, those are going to keep my hands warm on the trail all season, and these babies are going to be keeping me in control. Super excited to be running those for this year. But we'll put these corks on and then keep on rolling. Won't show you that because it's pretty boring. So I got the cork and then the handlebar heater installed on top of it. You'll see that there is some pieces that like to kind of stick up. Well, what I've kind of learned to get the grip on easier, put a roll or a piece of electrical tape around here and then around here, so kind of just where the edges are sticking up, so that when you slide the grip on, it doesn't just peel them all back and then kink this, and then you got to buy a new heater and or whatever else and rewire it in. So just a little tip so that you don't break these things and kink them or something, because if you kink one of these and it shorts out, your thing's not going to work. So yeah, just a little pro tip. Kind of the finished product after I tape them, one here, one there, one there. You can slide the grip on easy. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side, and then I will throw these bad boys on. Their grips are pretty good. I'm thinking they're gonna hold up pretty decent. Nice and long, so that's good. And they're super freaking grippy. As you can see, I could barely get them out of here, so it's kind of what they're looking like. Kind of look like an ODI grip style. Kind of just like that. So yeah, we'll see how these last. Let's toss them on. Super clean. I really like that hook there. You can see there's like a perfect little indent there for your pinky to go in there and hook in like that. And yeah, that feels really comfortable just standing on it first thing. So let's put the controls on. As you know, I run the Monster finger throttle, so we'll get that on there, buttoned all up. Roxspeedfx also makes tunnel grips. If you followed last year's video, you know that I ran their tunnel grips on both my sleds last season. I ran the big knobby rivet-on ones on this sled, which are still on there. They worked awesome. I didn't have any complaints with them. My feet stayed on a lot more, but those tunnel grips definitely helped me. And doing the big aired out re-entries or big aired out whips or whatever you want to call them definitely helps having a good set of tunnel grips on your sled. I definitely recommend going and checking out their website. They got the stick-on ones or they got the rivet-on ones. So rivet-on ones are a little bit knobbier, more grip. Stick-on ones are more or less just for if you don't want, you know, too much grip, or you don't want your suit getting torn up or something like that as much as, you know, these would tear your suit up or your boots or something like that. And they're still really grippy, so definitely check them out. I will put all of the specs on the handlebars, the risers, the grips, and the bar pad down in the description, along with the link to the Roxspeedfx website, so that you guys can go check them out. See what you think about the price, see if you want to buy them, whatnot. Hopefully you guys want to try them out. If you're running stock bars, I can guarantee you that these handlebars are going to be better and give you more control of your snowmobile, especially if you line it up in line with your steering post, and you know, you can kind of feel out what roll you want with your handlebar. It's definitely going to be a game changer for the guys that haven't ever rode, you know, handlebars that are aftermarket. For you guys that don't know, I think I might be doing a catalyst build. So I'm not 100% sure. If you guys want to see a catalyst build on the channel, drop a comment below, drop catalyst below. If you guys want to see a 154 expert build, so it'd be practically the same sled as this. That's why I kind of think it'd be a little bit boring. Drop that. Or if you want a Polaris again, I guess drop Polaris. Whatever you guys want to see me ride this year and try out, drop it below. I'm definitely leaning towards the Catalyst just because it's new and, you know, it's something different. And yeah, I haven't rode a Cat ever. I've never owned a Cat personally myself. My dad has owned one and I've rode his, but personally I've never rode one all season. So it should be a pretty interesting thing to try out. And I think those sleds look awesome. So it's definitely going to be a killer looking build either way, but I think the Catalyst build will be just something extra. something cool, something different. So let me know in the comments below. And yeah, this is kind of just button up the finishing touches, and we'll let you guys see the finished product. Definitely excited to be running the Roxspeedfx handlebars, risers, grips, bar pad, and tunnel grips this season. Super excited to get out on the snow on this sled and one of my new builds. I will also have the same bar setup on that sled. So just wanted to thank you guys all for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and be on the lookout for more videos on my new build. And remember to drop that comment below of what sled you want to see on the channel. Arctic Cat 858 Catalyst, Polaris Boost, or another Ski-Doo Turbo. So drop the comments below, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.